have 6 problems to share with you how to solve exponents. The first one is going to be 2 to the 3rd. I always find it helpful if you write it out, because it's not 2 times 3, it's literally multiplying it by itself. So 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So that's your first answer. The next one is kind of similar. I got 4 to the 3rd. Like I said, it's not 4 times 3, it's 4 times 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. And then you're going to multiply 16 times 4, if you want to do it this way. There, you can use the calculator too. 16 times 4 equals 64. So that's your answer for that one. The next one, I have 16 to the half to a half. Since this is a fraction, the denominator, the denominator is always going to be basically your root. So, since 2 means square, you're going to have a square root of 16, which is obviously 4. So that's how you would do that. And then my next problem, I have 64 to the negative 1/3. Which this is kind of scary to me because it was a negative and I was like, holy crap, what do I do with this? But basically we're just going to ignore the negative for now. So 3 obviously means cubed if we're talking about roots. So then you have 3 cubed. And then you're going to carry your negative over here. So the cube root of 64 is 4. We're going to keep that in parentheses and keep the negative. So how would you get it out of the negative exponent? Well, if the actual number is negative, what do? We usually put it under a fraction. So this is actually what you're going to do here. The answer is going to be 1/4 to make it a positive. And that's your answer. Next problem, I have 3 to the 4th times 3 to the 2nd. Like I said, it always helps me to write it out. So you have 3 times 3. 3 times 3, which is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is actually 81. And then, I'm sorry, this is actually a division. So you're dividing that. Divided by 3 times 3, 3 to the 2nd. Which, what's 3 times 2? 9. I meant 3 times 3, sorry. 81 divided by 9. 9. Next problem I have, 25 to a half divided by 25 to a negative half. So basically, you're going to square root 25, which is 5. And then you're going to basically do the same thing here, which is 5, but there's a negative power. So here, you are getting 1/5 and 5. So since this is a fraction, it turns it into a multiplication because you're going to end up cross multiplying. So there's that. And then 5 times 5 is 25. Hopefully I didn't confuse you. Hopefully I helped you. That's how I do things. I like writing it out. 2 times 2 times 2, 8. 4 times 4 times 4, 64. Square root, cubed. Always worry about the negative last. It always helps me.